I will start this video by building the Hotend. Here are all the parts that are included with it. Here is the heat break. Here is the heatsink. Here is some PTFE tubing. Here is a thermistor for measuring the temperature, or thermocouple I should say. It has some kind of weird connector in the end, so I'll have to broaden those cables in the rack chain. Here is a silicone sock for managing the temperature a bit better. And here is the heater element. Hopefully they sent the right one, and it's 24 volts. Here is the 24 volt fan and mounting clip fan duct thing. It also has that weird connector in its end. And here is the cable that I'm going to have to run in the rack chain. It has that connector in one end, and it has regular jumper cables or DuPont cables in the other end. They've included one single zip tie. And you can see the nozzle there, whatever that thing is called. Here are the clips for the PTFE tubing to be mounted properly. They've included this 0.4mm brass nozzle, but I'm not going to be using that. I'm going to be using this hardened steel nozzle. It's a bit more resistant, so it will work better with carbon fiber, as carbon fiber filament is really abrasive. Both of them are 0.4mm. They have also included some heatsink. I'm probably going to use my own. And here are a bunch of screws and Allen keys. There's also a sticker included. Now I will build this. And here it is, the Hotend finally fully assembled. This is how it's going to look like if I use the stock fan duct, otherwise it's same either way. I've connected the cables together with a zip tie. And yeah, I'm waiting for the extruder right now. It still didn't arrive and it's still not shipped yet, so I'm probably not going to be able to do much more on this until that arrives. So I'm going to have to work on something else. I've 3D printed some Ctrl-V torture tests to make comparisons whenever I switch to the new extruder. And here you can see, we'll look at it in detail. There are a lot of stringing, as you can see. It really doesn't look great. I might have to fiddle with my retraction settings a bit. There are also some zits on the side of this semi-sphere or whatever it is. these types of things are printed pretty decently, but again, there's a lot of stringing going on. I didn't clean any of this on purpose, so I can compare it with the new extruder. It might be because of my retraction settings, or it might just be because my extruder motor literally is just held on by super glue. As you can see, all the shapes on the sides are printed fine. These tower looking things are printed fine. There is a bit of either a layer shift or intentional, I'm not sure. Something weird going on with this. I'll have to look into it in more detail. The ramp next to it looks fine, as good as it's going to be, and as you can see, these straight lines are done really well. My layer fan works really good, but underneath those, again, there's a lot of stringing for some reason. And I'm showing the ramp again. That's pretty much as good as it's going to get in terms of resolution, but the surface on the top is a bit dirty, so I need to figure that out. I also have this 3D Benchy torture print again. This is the one that I printed in the last video, but I'm going to be using this for comparisons as well. Unfortunately, I did some cleaning on this, so you're not going to be seeing as many stringing as you did in the comparison photos in the last video, but you can see some details. As you can see, the top surface is done really well, the sides are fine, there are a lot of lines on it, but otherwise it looks good. And here it is, its bottom surface. There is supposed to be some sort of a text down there, but it's not visible. I also wanted to show you that I've been having some trouble with printing the parts. This was an addition problem, as you will see in a second, but I also had some other problems like leakage or just refusing to print for some reason, etc. So I need to tinker with the 3D printer as well. I don't know why they are happening, but as you can see, this just didn't adhere very well and just got loose, and I think it's the fault of the BL Touch in this case. It's really unreliable and it doesn't really calibrate good most of the time, as far as I can tell. I had to restart so many prints because I've seen it measure it wrong. So I don't know what the problem with that is, but I'm starting to get sick of it failing, so I might replace it with some other auto leveling system in the future. I've come to an end of the things that I can do in this video. Without receiving the extruder first, there isn't really much I can do about the printer, so I have to end this video right here. After doing this video, I've decided to make this build log type videos bi-weekly series instead of a weekly series, because, you know, as you can see in this video, I couldn't really do much without receiving my orders first, so there may be a lot of cases like this in the future as well, and I wouldn't be able to do much in those videos, so instead of making videos without too much content in them, I decided to make these videos bi-weekly. Since I don't have any subscribers right now, I doubt anyone watches these videos as a series, but I don't know, just in case someone subscribes in between time of before the next video, you can know that there won't be one next week, it will be every other week. So sorry for not being able to do too much in this video, but as I said, I didn't receive the extruder, so there wasn't much I can do. I hope you enjoyed this video anyway. If you did, please leave a like, and thanks for watching.